Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Vampyr. It crashed on me last time. Oh, I thought it crashed again. It literally thought it crashed as I said. It crashed. Whew, spooky. We need to head back to the hospital and preferably not get too attacked by people. There's been a lot of vampire hunted activity around. Did we find Clay Cox's knife yet? Because there was Skull here, and then we found a knife. Did we find that already? I guess I should actually just go and take them shillings. I should just check. Yeah, there we go. We can go give him his knife back. I'm happy to do that. That'll be free XP. Jesus, them barrels are constantly in the way. I don't know which way I'm going to get to the hospital. That'll be it. Ignore the guard. Wait, hang on. I do need to go. Oh, I tried to go up there last time, and that was when it.
You got it! Vicious bugger in it!
Oh, just keep running. Look, you shouldn't even be here. This is neutral ground. Loading. I think it does a loading when we're still being chased and it just wants to, like, clear out hostiles that are gonna come mess with us. Clay?
I'll have a word with Tom. He's really pissed me off this time.
Well, allow me to
Hey,
give you
Doc.
something to give you some edge to them words.
I have found a gift from your wife.
In that case, you'll be properly rewarded, Doc. Clay Cox is a man of his word.
I hope that won't make me an accomplice to your future crimes.
Who knows what I might do now I feel invincible again.
I'll leave you for now, Mr. Cox.
He would have just got a new knife. Like, we're not complicit in anything. He had sentimental value for that knife, you know. Maybe giving him it back was actually a good thing, and it'll make him more mentally calm now that he has his sentimental knife. What was the event though? Oh, there's two events. Hang on, zoom and enhance. One with Lady Ashbury and one with Dr. Swansea. Alright, let's go speak to Lady Ashbury. Maybe she heard about us burning the vampire posters and is like, good. Yes. Hello, Miss
How are you this
Ashbury.
evening, Jonathan?
The scowl that escaped from the hospital is eluding me. He must be caught.
Scowls are a risk to the balance we maintain. It needs to be stopped.
The head of the guard of Prewan stopped by to see Dr. Swansea.
Wanted to eat him
You
with
have
not
nothing
allowed.
to fear. The guard would not risk openly challenging the Brotherhood. Even they are not that foolish.
Yeah, like the Brotherhood's meant to be their parent organization, I think.
Now that the hunters are aware of my presence, they could discover your whereabouts too.
Don't
that would be bad.
worry. I've evaded those jackals in the past, and I shall do so in the future. And besides, who would ever suspect the kind Samaritan Lady Ashbury?
I suppose.
I noticed there was no love lost between the Brotherhood and the Guard.
They share the same fascination in our species, but they diverge from any commonality in thought. Talk to Dr. Swansea if you wish to know more.
You certainly hate skulls.
No, not hate. I pity them. Damaged and broken for eternity. Can you imagine, Jonathan? Can you imagine what they must be suffering?
No, I cannot. Are they all like that?
I would not have labeled them all the same. I've met some that are quite clever, in fact. Much like people.
I am sorry. You should know Scal is derived from slave. Vampires have never looked kindly on their lesser progeny.
Can they be trusted?
Do you think they can be trusted?
They are weaker than us in every sense. From their abilities to being able to control their hunger. There is a savagery in them.
Oh, there's that word, savage. Always interesting to see you. Yeah, you know what? I like Lady Ashbury. I'm gonna...
When we were at the funeral, I had a feeling. I think I met my maker.
You do not have to tell me if you don't wish to.
Should I not?
In most circumstances, a vampire would not discuss his maker. There is a strong bond that exists between a maker and their progeny.
Well, they didn't decide to foster that bond, so...
There is almost nothing to say. He appeared in a gush of blood, prattled off some riddles, and vanished without even telling me his name.
Be on guard, Jonathan. Whoever your maker is, he's obviously as powerful as he is elusive.
The more powerful your sire, the more powerful you are.
Goodbye for now, my lady.
It weakens as it goes down. Are we sure the Skull are like actually different to Econs, or are they just, you know, less potent blooded? How are you doing?
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Many as I can. How are you? You're fine. Do I have any more information? Did I not ask you about this?
What's going on between you and Nurse Hawkins?
Pippa's tired. Tired of all this shit. Tired of all those corpses piling up. She's as depressed as I am.
During the war, I witnessed a few couples just like you come together in difficult circumstances. It can be very damaging.
Maybe you're right. But we support each other. And that's all that matters.
Is it against hospital policy?
You do
to, like,
realize you could both get fired.
go with each other? I think.
Hospital staff
Yeah,
are
that
not meant to have
does make
intimate
sense.
relationships with one another.
I've heard like
Come
that
on,
being a
Dr. Reed.
policy
Do you know how
in
many
places.
rules are broken in this hospital every day just to keep it running? There's
Yeah, I
nothing
break
wrong with what
most
we
of
do.
them. I didn't tell no one. You're fine.
Goodbye,
Goodbye.
Milton.
Should I see it? Actually, because I broke down most things. Is there any
Good evening.
Good evening, Doctor.
anything I can sell
I'd
for
like
him?
to...
Wise choice, Doctor.
Okay, so that's like weapon materials, that's ingredients, so we don't need to worry about that. Yeah, like we got rings, bracelets. The small bottle can be broken down into stuff. Yeah. Whereas this just has resale value. I may as well sell it here, cause oh, no, we got 0, but it still appears there. Okay. Cool. Now we got a bit more spending money. I haven't spent any of it on anything yet. Dr. Swansea, I believe you were the other event. And then, don't we have a mission to turn in here? Fair. Where do we hand that in now? And who do we hand that into? 'Cause it's definitely here. Again, sorry, what am I trying to do? I'm trying to... this. Waverley or... Oh, so we've got the Skeptic of Medical Advancement or the Skeptic of Ethics. Well, they're both like hanging around here or something. And one of you again, you're the...
I'm
yeah.
quite busy right now, Dr. Reed.
Apparently I can't. Oh.
Tell me,
that's no-
Waverley, what do you think of Dr. Strickland's enthusiasm for his experimental research?
Strickland is playing with his patients' lives for pride and glory. Now that, sir, is unethical.
Are you thinking about something in particular?
Harvey Fiddick needs delicate surgery. I believe we should stick to the usual procedure, but my young colleague obviously disagrees.
Why do you wish to lead this surgery?
I strongly believe that Mr. Fiddick should not be butchered to test an unproven procedure.
I mean, you got a good point.
Other
Yeah, let's
people
go with
may
this one.
say that's too conservative a point of view.
Conservative? And what are you going to say to Mr. Fiddick if he loses his arm because of the operation? Because that's what's going to happen if the surgery is a failure.
Why
I
Can we-
strong
other people?
Okay, yeah, so we've locked in that.
And are you not afraid that your rivalry with Strickland may be blinding you?
Rivalry? I guess you could call it that. But I will never be childish enough to let my personal feelings affect my judgment.
Honestly, if I was going to get any of them to do it, I'd probably get this guy. I don't know if that's our choice to do it at any point. Oops. Personal questions? No? Okay. Don't hand
Thank
in the
you for
quest
your
to you
time.
anyway.
We'll talk later.
So who do I hand the quest into? Do I hand it into you? Hello?
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
There we go, yeah, your
I
drug provider
located the
is gone.
shop, but it was vandalized, and the owner is missing. All I found was your order.
I was afraid of such bad news. People are so desperate they're ready to burgle a shop for drugs.
That's quite a list you ordered. Opium, sodium hypochlorite. It can't be just headaches you're trying to cure.
This dreadful influenza, of course. I already ran some tests on hopeless cases. Without success, I must admit.
Do you realize you could create a lethal poison without the correct dosage? Then there are the legal ramifications.
Is this not true of any medical substance, Dr. Reed?
You're a bit...
However, if you
gung
would
ho
agree
about
to
it, though.
improve it, I'd be glad to accept your help.
As long as you promise to be scrupulous with your experiments, I may try to gather these substances, and even help improve upon the mixture.
That's all I'm asking for, Dr. Reed. That's all I'm asking.
Okay, how do we go about this then? Oh,
I want to know about these secret tests you run, and if they can save people from this epidemic. Speak to me now, Thoreau.
I know I may sound presumptuous, but I'm just following your steps, Dr. Reed. I'm casting away the shadows of ignorance by daring to face them.
Self-confidence is essential in our line of work, my young colleague, but only if tempered with the correct amount of cynicism.
But you never doubt yourself, Dr. Reed. I've read all your articles and books. You performed the most daring research during the war.
yeah, why not
Don't
take
you
a break
think we
then?
have enough work already? Perhaps now is not the best time to be chasing shadows.
This man
Chasing
needs
shadows,
an
really?
ethical committee oversight,
It's
but
funny those words coming
he's
from the
got a
only doctor here who has spent
good
more time
idea.
outside this hospital than in.
Well, I
Goodbye,
have
Dr.
extra
Strickland.
business.
I can't let Strickland put his patients at risk with opium. Perhaps an adjusted formula will deliver more of a placebo effect.
That's a good idea. Does that give us a new quest? Gather ingredients. 1 unit of sodium hypochlorite, 1 unit of potassium manganate, and 6 units of ferrous tartrate to your medical desk. I think we have all those. We just need to take them to the medicine desk in our room. Okay, up we go. We'll speak to Swansea in a bit. There's apparently an event there. And maybe we could even try and beat the very powerful Skull that I definitely had no responsibility in not saving. I didn't mean to do this. Oops. That's okay, good. No, we didn't end up having everyone get sicker. Okay, so do I not have the things that it wants? Like, I've got the how do I even find out? I'm not even tracking it, am I? Untrack. Track. Sodium hydrochlorite, potassium permanganate, and ferrous tartarite. We have them. Like, sodium hypochlorite. There we go. Potassium permanganate and ferrous tartarite. Look, we have them. We have a lot of them. We have a lot of them, actually. What do we need? What are we low on? Yeah, no, we're actually pretty good on a lot of things. We might need more codeine, which we could go buy off the people. We don't have anything to put in that slot. So, what does it now want me to do? It wants me to go...
The flower's dying.
Let's look at my plant.
It needs
Oh, it wants me to
Strickland's
go.
project
Yeah.
could be dangerous. I have a mind to report it to Dr. Ackroyd.
Oh, well, here, right, actually, I think I mentioned at some point, double-blind trials. What we are doing here is a double-blind trial. We are telling the doctor that we are using the medicine he wants. But giving him standard... Oh. How do I get to observe him? Because he goes in there, and then... Oh, you're right, I'm just recording! So how do we spy on him? Damn it. Oh, he's leaving. Okay. Yeah, let's go back to do what we were already doing. Where's my man? Hello. Got you
Good
your
evening,
medicine.
Dr. Strickland. And good evening to you, Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
I have
improved your
managed to
mixture.
improve the mixture by diluting it. Have you ever heard of Sir Joseph Francis Olive? Or the placebo effect?
No, I don't think so. Why?
A placebo is a substance or procedure that
Oh, we're not
has
meant to
no
tell him. It's meant to be a
actual
double-blind
physical
trial.
effect.
You made a placebo of my project. Why?
Research has established that a placebo, as long as the subject believes in the effect, can provoke a positive physiological reaction.
Really? That's fascinating. And you want me to, what, administer the placebo and see what occurs?
Something
Yes.
like that, yes.
Well, I'm a bit surprised, but I trust you, Dr. Reed. Please take the key to my cabinet and put this placebo there for future use.
Excellent. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
Can I rob his medicine cabinet too? Where is it though? Oh, it's upstairs. Okay. Gotta go to his office. Best not be as nice as our office. Our office best be big, like compared to the other people's. If I walk in there and he's got a big office, nah. No. Is this his office? No, that's like surgery. Oh, good. He shares his office. Yeah, fantastic.
It's locked. It's locked, all right. It's locked.
Which one am I going to, though? Like, yeah, this,
At least
Yeah.
Strickland can't kill anyone with this formula.
I reckon he could. Miss Goswick's medical file. Letter to Dr. Swanser. Anything else to pick up? I should read the notes that we pick up, like, I'm sure they're meant to be useful. Like, okay, if I do this. No mercy, no forgiveness. Oh, okay, so it's about killing skulls. I'm just gonna click them open because I reckon I know there's some of them that I haven't done this with. And maybe this will trigger something. Don't know. Find out. I thought we had more notes than this actually. Wait, hang on. Are there notes in like? Okay. I think. Yeah, it's stuff like this that I then need to do that with. So I should look through these. Who's Miss Goswick? Oh, not Miss Goswick, M. Goswick. Right, okay, okay. Yeah, maybe this will be useful if I just click it open and X through it. Ah.
Why is Mr. Delaney collecting old newspaper articles about
there we go.
bombings?
So that's that means that it did actually do something. I just don't know what ones are actually going to be useful to read, so I'm going to read them all. Doo-doo-doo. This is probably quite annoying to watch. Like literally, if you just double tap forward, go like forward 10, 15 seconds, I'll understand. No offense will be taken. You're not gonna miss anything except this whooshing sound.
So, Mr. Hooks and Nurse Hawkins are an item.
Yeah, we knew that.
Those two have hidden their affections well.
No, they rarely haven't.
These men, they're a company of professional vampire hunters.
Hey, we got like loads of insights now on people from reading stuff. Alright, definitely need to remember to do that more. Clearly very useful. Oh yeah, we got loads of information on people. Have I just not been doing that? I'm very silly. Look at it all. Oh, it's still continuing. These are people from all about, like, these are people that more from Clay Cox. That's a weird priest guy. I don't like him. Is that it? We done? Oh, we're finally done. Kind of embarrassing how much that just revealed that we've just been sat on, and I was silly.
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
Any? I think I've got all your personal questions asked. Can't.
I'll leave you.
I could, you know, slip it out and ether.
To your nocturnal activities.
I don't want to. I don't want to be that mean. 2,000 XP though. There's something we don't know about you.
Good evening, Mr. Elwood.
Evening,
Hello.
Dr. Reed.
And I did see you pop up. So let's see if there's any real cause of your injury.
Why do you feel responsible for the injury, Thomas? What really happened?
I wasn't disfigured by any German shells. It happened during my leave. It was an accident.
Yeah, why lie?
Lie about it? Come on. It's one thing to come back disfigured by the Germans, and it's another to get injured in an accident that could have happened to anybody.
I don't know which. Well, I mean, both of these are true. Like, he's probably not as hideous as he considers himself as well. Like, if he's been disfigured, there's a psychological effect that can have where you see it as worse than it is. And that's the sort of main way that surgery can actually help with that. Like, if there's bits that are causing it to seem worse than it is to people, surgery can target adjusting that to where, like, they'll see themselves roughly like how they actually are again. But
reconstructive surgery has been very successful for some soldiers.
I don't want to wear a bloody mask for the rest of my life. I'd rather stay here and just be forgotten.
Damn. See, I hate that. I hate when that happens.
Tell me what really happened then.
I went with a whore in Rouen. Dead drunk I was. The hotel was a shithole. There was a fire that night.
Did you
I am
stop
tempted
the fire?
to
Were you
maybe not
trying to
immediately
avoid
after,
going back to the
but, like,
front. That's
I
not
want a break.
uncommon, you know.
But once we finish this game, we
It's
might.
just that I was asleep when the flames reached the
We
room.
might play it again, but rather than it being
girl was long gone.
TLAD plays,
Bitch
TLAD
never woke me
slays,
up. Left me
with
to burn.
the goal will be to, like, you know, get everyone's secrets, help everyone, not fail any of those, like, objectives and stuff like that. And then once we've got the max XP, just go and eat everyone. So there will be something else there, just not yet.
Goodbye
Alright,
for now, Mr. Elwood.
let's go speak to more people, because we did get a fair few secrets, and I would like to go see if that's unlocked any interesting dialogue, like with Pippa. 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 Piripata. Ooh, a long letter. Hello, sis, that is a long letter. Anyone who wants to read it, it is there, but you will have to pause. Oh, and we just found out something about Pippa. Fantastic. Hi, you have secrets.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Excuse me.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Personal questions? Sorry, I got bad hiccups. Planning to leave the hospital?
Are you sure you want to leave this hospital?
To become a nurse was a little girl's dream. But in the end, I don't feel that useful. I want more. I want to make things change.
I mean, that's absolutely fair.
You should be proud of what you've achieved. This hospital represents hope for many people in need of help.
Maybe you're right. But at the moment, I feel like we're just a cemetery waiting room.
Oh no. Hey, we passed the thing though. We didn't lose this one. Yeah, if I do the Slay, I will look up how to interact with people.
What steps are you prepared to take to
Make
feel
sure we
more
don't,
useful?
you know,
I
fail
don't know
any of
yet.
them.
My sister believes that the real fight is in the streets nowadays. Maybe she's right. Maybe this is what I must do.
Yeah, I think.
And what about Milton
I think
Hooks?
using a relationship
Does
with
he
Milton
share your point of
will,
view?
For Milton, any change means more comfort and more peace. I disagree.
Oh, okay.
If you feel that saving lives is not useful enough, perhaps it means that you've lost faith.
On the contrary, my faith has never been stronger. Maybe we are all just too proud to face up to the fact that science cannot compete with God.
Ugh. I don't like that opinion. That's it's too political for me. Yeah, you've been a nurse for how long?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
Hey, it's not the job of one person to do. Yeah, no, you're right.
You're right. When dealing with such a terrible disease, one must remain humble. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't try our best.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
That's fair. You know, Nurse Brannigan is definitely on some stimulants.
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
That might partly be due to me, you know, looting everything. And how are the staff
How is the
coping?
Pembroke staff
I don't know if we
coping
asked
with
this
the
already,
epidemic?
but it
Not
was lit
well.
up, so.
Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual, especially concerning doctors.
Oh? Why is he so grumpy?
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis? Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
Okay. Gonna have to go
Why
speak
does
to Milton in a minute.
dislike doctors?
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned, Milton is not the chatty type.
I don't know, I've had some nice conversations with him. He seems alright. Thank you very much.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Where else we go? Oh yeah, we should just go chat with Milton. We got some of his secrets. We can now learn more about our friendly neighborhood ambulance driver. Wait, we already know We already know basically everything about you, so it's only a small secret left
Good
to learn.
evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Best I can. Personal questions. Oh, he's got 2 more things left to learn, apparently. And it's gonna boost it by like 125 XP, but we're not gonna...
Do you know that Nurse Hawkins is thinking of
matter.
leaving the hospital?
That's not a surprise. We've talked about it already.
Does it not bother you?
Sometimes I think she may be right. We should run away while we can. Question is, where can we go? Where is it safe?
Yeah, I ain't nowhere safe in this, damned city. Was that all I unlocked? Oh. Your mediocre reputation.
Why do you have such a mediocre reputation among your colleagues, Milton?
Fuck them. Nobody knows the horrors I've seen since working here. This city was sick long before the epidemic, Dr. Reed.
I know it's a difficult task, but correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not the job you are paid to do?
I've seen babies
Wow.
left to die while their brothers were properly fed. Underage girls and boys sold to all manner of perverts.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, exactly. We lack words. So excuse me if I don't look on the bright side of life.
No, he's absolutely got a fair point there. I was hoping to learn some personal thing about him, but sadly not.
Goodbye,
Alright.
Milton.
Good chatting to you. I might just start like rating people in the hospital from like favorite. Speaking of which, like absolute favorite, she's a gem. Then to least favorite, he's like I feel like I ever need XP. You know, it would be nice to. Did we learn anything about? Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Did we learn anything new about you while we were looking through our
I'm
papers?
quite busy right now, Dr. Reed.
Personal questions. Oh, we got 2 more things about you.
Do you think Dr. Strickland has any chance of curing the Spanish flu by himself?
His wish to cure the sick is not driven by pride, but by an idealistic view about our mission here. Honestly, I don't know which is worse.
You consider him a good practitioner, yet you will not report his methods.
Strickland may be a rival, but I will not use dirty tricks or regulations to prove him wrong. We are doctors, not politicians.
Oh, you know what? You've just jumped a couple of places up the list.
What do you think of Dr. Tippett's opinion of your promotion, Waverley?
Tippett is a good practitioner. Maybe just a little too attached to his prestigious position at the Pembroke Hospital.
Really? That's exactly his diagnosis of you. A little too eager to get promoted? A little bit too proud?
He has the right to think so. But I deserve this promotion. And I don't consider it anything but well-earned.
I'm sure you wouldn't. I think that's all we got new from him. We do know everything about him.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
My love is texting me. I'll have to read it in a minute. I just saw it pop up there. Did we learn anything about you?
Good evening,
I would
Mr.
love
Fiddick.
to try and
Good
get your
evening,
arm
Dr.
fixed.
Reed. Any news about my operation?
Honestly, the only person willing to do it is a ethical problem. You best wait until we got someone else free. No, not a new from you.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick.
Sorry, just
I'll
do
see
them
you
around.
later.
You know how it is. Who else we got to chat to? I think we recently chatted to you and there was not a new. I don't know. It'd be funny if he was like the one person we needed to talk to in that room. Oh, go on, let's find out. Hello.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Doc.
I am just gonna skip through it. Oh, look, here we go.
Did
yeah.
you know Dr. Ackroyd never reported your experimental research, despite the fact he doesn't agree with it?
Really? I didn't suspect he knew about my work. I must confess I am surprised.
Perhaps he thinks you should realize for yourself the danger of what you're doing.
See how condescending he can be? My God, he
I don't
can
think
be
that's
so
condescending.
irritating.
That's respecting you as a professional.
Tell me, Thoreau, what's the real cause of your dislike for Dr. Ackroyd?
He refuses to admit that your blood transfusion technique is the only way to save Mr. Fiddick. I'm convinced we must use it.
What Dr. Ackroyd really said is that you lack the skill to perform this operation efficiently. Is there anything you have to say about this?
It's a false conceit. Dr. Ackroyd secretly envies your reputation. His jealousy blinds him. I'm not the real target here.
No, I can understand. You're very eager and you want to prove yourself. But, you know, have you ever operated on an arm before? Would this be the first time? I don't know. Plus, what's a blood transfusion got to do with it? Like, maybe keeping him alive during surgery? Like, I think they do blood transfusions for that. But, yeah. And the risks of a blood transfusion these days. Are you considering that? You consider that most blood transfusions end up in worsening the patient's health because they've yet to figure out blood types? And unless you get a donor that is matching or close enough that it won't trigger an immune response. Yeah, you know, consider this, Mr. Strickland. No, no, 'cause you're a doctor from last century. Thought not. Leave the man alone. Back to your lab. Give it another 40 years, and you might be onto something. Personal questions was what we just done. Okay, yeah.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
I don't even know what we did today, ladies and gentlemen, but somehow my time is on 32 minutes. And I don't even know if I started that at the beginning. So maybe we need to go in, say hi to Dr. Swansea, like I think we were here to originally, and then move on. We got 1,000 experience just from like walking around though, saying hi to people, doing things. Swansea! Where is he? There he is.
Jonathan,
How do, fella?
have you got any news about Sean Hampton?
I'm still investigating. In the meantime, I have some questions.
All right, just ask.
Yeah.
Tell me, Edgar, have you ever heard about a vampire made of blood? I mean, without any physical form, but a shape of blood.
What are you talking about? Have you seen such a phenomenon yourself?
Yes.
No. I was just daydreaming. Since blood seems to be the key of our existence, I imagined what could be the ultimate state of a vampire.
I see. Well, too bad you didn't see such a creature. It could have been a fascinating subject of observation.
I like how Reed does not trust Swansea. It's a mutual beneficial relationship, and about that.
What is the antagonism between your Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole and the Guard of Prewan?
What's a stole?
It is an old and sad story, Jonathan. The story of a betrayal and of a definitive schism.
Do tell, do tell. Who betrayed who?
Who betrayed who?
I suppose each side would tell you the fault lies with the other. This I know for sure. A long time ago, members of the Brotherhood chose to hunt down vampires.
Right.
How many are you in the Brotherhood?
You mean today? Not many. A dozen, perhaps even less since the war.
Okay, so
We
it's a
are
small
scholars,
organization.
Jonathan. We favor quality to quantity.
I don't know about the strength of my allies.
Tell me, Edgar, how did you meet Lady Ashbury?
I met her 9 years ago. I was working in Scotland at the time, in a sanatorium the good lady visited from time to time. She subsequently offered me a position here, at the Pembroke Hospital.
Ah, so she scouted you out and brought you in.
Why offer you this position?
I'd already been experimenting with blood-borne diseases and transfusion methods. Without success, I'm afraid. How could I refuse such a fascinating creature? So, in 1911, I took charge of the Pembroke.
Okay, so you're not been here that long.
Pembroke Hospital. Why that name?
I'm not quite sure. I think it's meant to refer to the Earl of Pembroke. Perhaps it's someone she used to know?
That would make sense.
Tell me, Edgar, Have you ever heard about a vampire made of blood? I mean,
That's-
without any physical form,
That's...
but a shape of
That's...
blood.
Oh my god. Look at them. That's an amazing bug. Yeah, this is kind of a buggy game. On that, you know, let's end this episode here. Before we get another crash. Last episode ended in a crash. I don't want 2 in a row to end in a crash. So, thank you for joining me, ladies and gentlemen. As always, peace and love. Take care of yourselves. Bye!